Rhubarb, or as the pioneers called it, the pie plant. First plant of the year. Nothing else is ripening, but as you can see, we got lots of shoots in there. Looking good, looking good. And I've got recipes for everything. Going to do a little unusual stuff today with them. We shall see. Alright, rhubarb. Got some picked here. Already got 8 cups in the bowl here. That's going to be enough for my first recipe. Things I like about rhubarb. Number one, it brings back memories to when my brothers and sisters were, my brother and sister, we were sent out way up in Edgar, Wisconsin. And we'd go up there during the spring and the summer, and our grandma would send us out with a coffee cup half full of sugar and just start picking stalks and munching on it. Good stuff. Got enough picked. Going to do 2 recipes today. One is, I'm going to take no credit for it at all. It's from the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving. And it's a barbecue sauce. We'll call it a RhubarB-BQ. And it's got onions and vinegar, brown sugar, allspice, ginger, cinnamon, and apparently onion. And they used to use it back in the day for on top of meats. I'm really looking forward to it. The other recipe that I'll be doing, cutting up rhubarb for, is, like I said, back in the day, when I was a kid, the wives of the volunteer fire department of Edgar would put out recipe books in the mid-70s. And the one I'm going to use today is right there. It's kind of a custard because it does have egg yolks in it. Molly, ooh, wow, tough name. Untied, probably. Credit her for this. There's a bunch of different rhubarb recipes because, you know, small town, and when times are tough, that's what you cooked there. That's what you made in the spring when nothing else was out. This is before strawberries. The only thing, first 2 plants are probably strawberries, gooseberries, and rhubarb. Rhubarb being the first. So that's what we're going to do today, and we'll get rocking. One half cup of white vinegar going into the pot, along with the onions, the raisins, the brown sugar, and the rhubarb. And finally we put in 1 teaspoon of each cinnamon, allspice, ginger, and salt. All in there. We're going to put it on high heat, bring it up to a boil, stirring constantly because it's going to start thickening up, and you want to get it to the consistency of a barbecue sauce. You know, not too runny, not too thick. Well, it's going to be really curious to see what this is going to finally look like. I've never made a barbecue sauce like this before. Right now it looks more like a fruit salad. But the rhubarb is definitely going to cook down, release a lot of the moisture. And it's going to break down to, rhubarb always does, down to mush. So we'll see. Should be sweet though. There's enough sweetness in the raisins and the brown sugar. Vinegar will bring the tartness up a little bit. Just looks strange, doesn't it? But that's why we do this. you want normal, go to another channel. Okay, once things cook down, I'm going to go ahead, since this is a sauce, and I really don't want any chunks, they're just going to fall off any meat or anything. I'm using the old Cuisinart. Sorry, I lost you there. Mixing it up. It's already been boiling for a while. It's turned a nice, all the green's gone, and turned a nice shade of brown. Almost looks like any other kind of barbecue sauce. There's no tomatoes in this, though. We'll let it cook like this on a low boil for another half an hour, thicken up a little bit, and then we'll get ready to can it. I got my my jars and stuff. Already been boiling for a while, and we should get about 4 pints out of this. It's thickened up, as you can see. Kind of a thinner barbecue sauce, but we'll start filling up the jars. Should get 4 pints, once again, pints. I did taste it. It's a nice, sweet, tangy barbecue sauce. Probably be good on pork or chicken. Yeah. Maybe something else. You could add something spicy to it and put it on something else. So we'll get all these 4 jars filled up, and then we'll move them over into the water bath, where we'll boil it for 15 minutes, and they'll be done. And there you have it. 4 pints, and I had a little bit extra, put in some Tupperware, small Tupperware, to take to a party and see if people like it as a dipping sauce. It's nice and tangy, sweet, and I encourage you to try it. One more thing to do, something with rhubarb. Steve out.